Today on RC Toolbox, proper tire gluing technique. Tools needed: tires, foams, rims, tire glue, scissors, snips, cordless drill, 3/16 drill bit, rubbing alcohol, Q-tips, paper towels, and rubber bands. Let's start off with the rims you're going to be using for this project. Any rims will work. The foams generally come with the tires. I've got caliber M3s right here. Some rubbing alcohol for cleaning. The tire glue, whatever you prefer. Your local hobby shop will sell pretty much any kind. Q-tips for cleaning with the rubbing alcohol. Some snips, we'll show you what those are used for. And also make sure you have a good pair of scissors. 3/16 drill bit and a cordless drill. You're going to go ahead and drill 2 holes in the rim. If you already have a hole in the rim, drill one opposite. If you don't have any holes, drill 2 holes opposite each other in the rims. Be careful not to hit the spokes. And also be careful not to drill into your hand. Safety first here. Once you've drilled the holes in the rim, make sure to clean any chips away from where that hole was so you have a nice smooth surface. And the thinking behind drilling holes in the rims and tires is so that debris, water, mud, dirt will escape the rim and not damage your foam. It's also thought to help keep the rim from bouncing, keep the tire from bouncing going down the track. RPM suggests an 1/8 inch hole on opposite ends of the tire, and that's pretty much what we're doing here. I just used a different size drill bit. You could go 1/8 inch, it's not that big a deal. Now let's talk about the beads. No, not those kind of beads. The beads of the rim. You want to make sure they're good and clean, because otherwise your tire will not adhere to the rim. The glue sticks very fast, so you want to make sure this rim is good and clean. Take your Q-tip, some rubbing alcohol, run it up and down through the groove there, the bead of the rim, and just make sure it's really clean of lint, dust, any debris at all. Now that you're done cleaning that rim, you can set that aside. Now we're going to focus on the tire. I'm going to turn it inside out. It's generally easier to see what you're working with from the inside of the tire. We're going to use those snips to put some small holes in the tire opposite each other. Going to make like a diamond shaped hole. And this is just going to allow the tire to breathe, allow the debris to come out of the foams, all that stuff. Just want to be careful not to snip your hand or anything like that. The hole can be fairly small. You don't need a large hole here. And make sure the snips are good and sharp. They'll tend to make it easier cutting this thicker rubber. And just safety first, like always. Don't cut yourself. And here we have the finished product. You can see that hole's right there. Now go 180 degrees opposite on the rim, or on the tire, and cut another hole. And this one's more like it should be, a little bit smaller, so that's what you want to shoot for. Now we turn the tire back inside out and inspect our work. There's the larger hole, and there's a small one right there in between the tread. And these will definitely help going down the track. Now we're ready for the next step, which is trimming the foams. So get your scissors handy and make sure you have a nice steady hold on the foam. You don't want to be shaky, you don't want to have too many jagged edges. And you just want to shape this foam so it's rounded on the corners. Other people prefer to do a different shape to their foams, maybe cut out the middle or buy pre-shaped foams. You're certainly welcome to do that. But as far as the stock foams that come with these Proline tires, we just kind of trim the edge, give it a little bit of a curve so it shapes more of a normal tire shape rather than a square edged tire. You want to make sure to turn the foam around and trim both sides fairly equally. This will contribute to better tire performance. Just go ahead and be steady with your trimming again, and you'll see here in a minute it doesn't have to be perfect, but just get it as good as you can as far as the shape goes. You can go ahead and discard the scrap foam, and now you're going to put that foam back into the tire. Get it kind of balanced out inside of the tire, make sure it makes the right shape, and just get it kind of evened out. You don't want too much foam to one side of the tire or too much to the other side. Now that you've worked that back into the tire, you can see that the foam is about what it was when you bought the tires brand new, but now it's been trimmed and the tire's perforated, all ready for use. Now you want to align those back onto the rims and try to make sure that the beads of the rims are still clean. Go ahead and work the bead of the tire into the bead of the rim so that they're about where you'd want them for a finished product. And work the tire around the rim, make sure it's balanced. Now, this is very important. Make sure you have some thick rubber bands, the right tension to put on these so that they actually compress the tire and the foam a little bit. This is very important when it comes to gluing. So stretch that around the side of the tire that you're going to start off with. Once you have the rubber band stretched around the tire like that, you're going to go ahead and take a paper towel with some rubbing alcohol on it and just clean the edge of the rim there. And now you're going to start the gluing. Go light coats, make sure you get it down inside the bead where you want it, and clean off any excess with a Q-tip. Just be warned, it sets very quickly, so the cotton from the Q-tip may remain. Go ahead and work your way around the rim, stretching out a little bit at a time. Very thin coat. Once you have completed one side of one rim, you can go ahead and set that aside. I have another rim that I finished one side of previously, and now I have the rubber band stretched on the other side, and I'm going to go ahead and glue this side. Follow the same technique, and when you're finished with this rim, this will be complete. Now that you have properly glued your tires, you'll be ready to race, just like some of these guys. Be sure to check out Central Vermont JATO Racers on Facebook and YouTube for more information. Thanks for watching.
The next time you break something on your RC or want to upgrade to the latest and greatest parts, be sure to check out RC Toolbox and we'll help you fix it. Until next time, try not to break it too bad and bring lots of spare parts. You're going to need them.